Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marchegiani here. Today's video is going to be on the top 5 reasons why your estrogen levels are high. We're going to go in, we'll break them down 1 through 5. Before we go, put your comments down below. Let me know of different things that have caused your estrogen levels to go high if you've been testing or looking out for that yourself. Before we dive in, make sure you smash that like button. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And also, give me a comment down below. Let me know your own experience. All right, so let's dive in. So we have estrogen. There's 3 major kinds of estrogens, okay? E1, E2, E3. Estrone, the O-N-E part is how you know it's E1. E2, estradiol, the di prefix is estradiol, it's E2. And then E3, estriol, T-R-I is the root there, E3. Those are the 3 estrogens. So in a cycling woman, usually it's estradiol is what we're talking about. When you start shifting more menopausal and the ovaries stop working, you start getting more estriol, right? The adrenals help kick in a lot of DHEA and you make more estriol. Estradiol is the more growth factor type of estrogen. Estriol is a weaker estrogen. So we get exposed to estrogens in all kinds of different places. First place, number 1, is going to be plastics. Okay, so where you get issues with plastics is when the plastic's warm. So in a microwave, big no bueno. Out of a plastic water bottle, especially if it's in the car and the sun's hitting it or it's outside. So you want a good stainless steel or a glass water bottle if you're going to go outside or leaving it in the sun. Plastics, microwave, the heat and the radiation there is going to cause a big release of plastic chemicals there and these different xenoestrogens, right? One of the big ones are the phthalates, but also BPA. And there's other types of BPA-S's that are like the new ones that are like, you know, supposedly safe. Well, there's still estrogen-like compounds there as well. And again, these plastics, guess what? They can affect women and men as well. Men are actually going to be more affected by them because men aren't used to having estrogens in their environment. And if they get a whole bunch in there, there's going to be a problem. Okay, so plastics, number 1. Next are going to be pesticides. Pesticides tend to have an estrogenic quality to it. And so if you're eating foods that aren't organic, definitely going to be getting organochlorines, various pesticides in your environment. That's number 2 on that one. Number 3 is going to be soy or phytoestrogens. So soy is going to be a big one. I had a vegan vegetarian patient. Guess what? Ran a Dutch sex hormone panel on her, and her estradiol was through the freaking roof, really high. So a lot of soy there. So phytoestrogens can be a big one, so soy may be a problem. Vegan, vegetarian, a lot of phony protein consumption, like fake meat kind of stuff, like the Beyond Burger, right? I think it's the Beyond Burger. A lot of soy, a lot of estrogen-like compounds in there. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, will kind of be like a man/female because they're a little bit different. Number 4 is high levels of insulin. So too much carbs drive high levels of insulin, right? Because insulin's responding to the high level of blood sugar, right? Blood sugar goes into your bloodstream, it goes up, your body, pancreas comes in, the beta cells make a bunch of insulin to bring it down and bring it into the cell or convert it to fat, right? And so high levels of insulin upregulate an enzyme in men called aromatase that converts testosterone, their male hormone, their masculine hormone, to estrogen. That's a problem. Now in women, a similar thing happens, the exact opposite, the big switch. They take their estrogen and convert it to testosterone. So women can actually have more androgen-like issues, which, you know, aren't cool, right? Weight gain, acne, hair growth. Sometimes you can see some libido enhancements on that. So that's kind of the little difference there. That's like the little subtype on there. So we have plastics, we have phytoestrogens, we have pesticides, we have high amounts of insulin, right? High amounts of insulin. That's kind of an androgen version for women there too, men, estrogen there. Number 5 is going to be poor gut health, okay? Now, in the gut, good bacteria, we have healthy good bacteria in our gut that helps us absorb a lot of nutrients. Good healthy gut function helps us break down protein, good HCl levels, good enzyme levels. We need these to break down protein, right? We break down protein into amino acids. These amino acids are really important for helping us to detoxify. And so good detoxification helps us to excrete estrogens that we're getting exposed to in our environment, maybe pesticides, right? Maybe you're consuming some plastic stuff. Maybe there's just something that you don't even know you're getting exposed to in one of your products. Good, healthy detoxification will help your body eliminate that. So that's a good backup plan. So we need things like cysteine and glycine and glutamine and our sulfur amino acids and things that help us methylate like B12 and B6 and folate. So these nutrients, we have to get them in our diet. So we need a good diet. We need to be able to break down and absorb those nutrients, right? So we need good digestion to get those things in there. Also, if we have a lot of dysbiosis, SIBO, bacterial overgrowth, we can make a lot of what's called beta-glucuronidase. Now, this is an enzyme that's made by bad bacteria, and that enzyme makes it harder to detoxify estrogen. So beta-glucuronidase takes conjugated estrogens, right? We conjugate it, we bind it to a protein, right, that helps us excrete it out the body. It takes that protein and it pulls it apart. It takes the handcuffs off that protein, right? And so that allows that estrogen, now that's deconjugated, right? It was conjugated, now it's deconjugated, right? Handcuffs are now off, and that hormone can then go back into the body in the general circulation. That's a problem. So if we have gut issues, that's going to be a major, major concern. So in general, we got to make sure we have good gut bacteria balance. So we have dysbiosis, SIBO, even fungal overgrowth can cause problems. H. pylori, that can lower stomach acid, make it harder to break down nutrition on one side, and then it can create this bacterial overgrowth enzyme that makes it hard to detoxify estrogen. So these are all really, really important components. So if you have any issues with estrogen, you gotta look there. Now, we may want to do things to help detoxify, like make lifestyle changes. Hormone-free, antibiotic-free. Oh, let me get one more. I didn't even add it. Hormones in meats, of course. That'll be number 6. That'll be our bonus one, right? Hormones in meat. I mentioned hormones in phytoestrogens like soy. Hormones in meat, of course, right? Making sure antibiotic-free, hormone-free, ideally organic, pasture-fed, or if you're on the whole food scale, step 4 or step 5 is ideal. Step 2 is at least pretty good, right? Won't be as pasture-fed, but good. But step 4 or step 5 on the, if you're going to Whole Foods and you're in their deli, that gives you a pretty good indication. But organic means no pesticides, no hormones, and also the food they're eating has no pesticides or hormones too. So organic food, organic meats. So again, make the food changes, the pesticide changes, make the changes in regards to plastics, make the changes in regards to your diet and your glycemic load and your gut. That's a good first step to kind of get to the bottom. And there's different things we may do to help upregulate detoxification, to help get that estrogen out. It may be activated charcoal or various soluble fibers. It could be things like bentonite clay. We could use things like DIM or calcium deglucarate or glutathione or sulfur amino acids or vitamin C. They're all helpful, and different situations we recommend them based on what's happening. But at least make the diet and lifestyle changes out of the gates. Again, if you want to dive in and work with myself or one of my colleagues, feel free to click down below. There's a link where you can schedule a chat with myself, and we can dive in and work on getting to the root cause of what's happening. Again, this is Dr. J signing off. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, give us a thumbs up and a share and comments down below. Appreciate it.